Good morning and welcome to the morning show with Angel and Tina. Super excited to have you along with us this morning. Tina, how are you doing?
I am doing fabulous. It is Thursday, November 19th. Today is National Entrepreneurs Day, National Women's Entrepreneurs Day. So to all of you entrepreneurs out there, give yourself a pat on the back because being an entrepreneur, right? Being an entrepreneur is probably one of the hardest jobs. Well, I can't say that because there's so many people who do hard work.
It's the hardest job. You're not doing it right.
Right?
Let's rephrase that. A woman entrepreneur is one of the hardest because
really
we've got multiples of things that go underneath that, right?
It really is because you have to juggle so much. You know, being a wife and a mom and cleaning the house and cooking and building your business and building your team and organizing this and, you know, staying on top. You have all these balls in the air and you're juggling them all. And you're like, okay, don't talk to me. Don't do anything because I'm going to drop something. And if I drop something, they're all going to fall. So happy Women's Entrepreneur Day
to
you because, yeah, right? Cheers.
Tina, look what I found. I found my morning show coffee mug.
If you just hold it just right, half of it will get cut off. I'm glad she thought she packed it. I was like, did you pack our morning show mug? And she goes, oh no.
I think I did. Yeah, I thought I did. You know, we just moved out of our house about 2 weeks ago and moved to Florida from Colorado. And at the very end, you know, in the beginning, you're packing and it's like going well. You've got plenty of boxes and plenty of space and everything fits. And then you get down to the end and they've got all this random stuff, right? You know, a couple things from
where am I going to put this
room and this room and this room. And you're just, it's like a Tetris puzzle. You're just finding something that fits in those boxes. And then, of course, because we were also moving across the country, we were putting most of our stuff into storage, but leaving out what we were still using. And so I wasn't quite sure, did the coffee mug,
and I think that's like the biggest part of it, or the hardest part of it is when, because like I'm the same way, like most of my stuff is in storage. And it's those things you're like, oh man, it's in storage. Like,
so here's the big question, Angel. Did you purge or did you hoard?
Oh no, she purged everything. Like she purged her closet.
That's making me nervous.
Gave me a heart attack because she purged all of her 4-inch shoes.
I did. I gave away like 20 pairs of shoes. All my 4-inch heels gone. If they were high, they're out because I've been going barefoot for so long, like living in the house and not ever leaving my house. I did not pack. I realized once we got here, I did not pack. I didn't leave out any sandals. I have a pair of flip-flops, but they're like my pool flip-flops, not like.
What about your cute wedges that you were going to wear to Vegas they're packed?
No, they're packed. They're packed. I didn't leave out any sandals. I brought boots to Florida.
We have a place we're going to talk about soon that you can go
and replace.
That's
what everybody tells me. Like, Angel, go shopping.
And so you literally took all your winter clothes from cold Colorado to Florida that's like 80 degrees all the time.
Yeah. I know all of them.
What am I going to do with all these?
Not all of them, but I do have a whole suitcase full of stuff that I was looking at it the other day. I thought, I don't know what I was thinking. I don't know what I was packing for. I don't know what I thought we would be doing here in Florida, but I totally packed for the wrong season, the wrong climate. And
well, you'll do that in stages because it's hard to just like get rid of it all, right?
Well, and
do it in stages.
We did this very quickly. We put our house on the market. We sold it within, that same weekend. And 4 weeks later, we were out of the house. So there was no real time there was a little bit of time to go through. And as we were packing, we were doing some purging. But after a while, I don't know about you, but you kind of lose the willpower. Like in the beginning, you're like, okay, I'm good. Like, I don't need this. I know I'm keeping this. I don't need this. And you're really like, you start out strong, but after a little while, you're like, I don't know. Like, I just don't even want to.
You were literally Marie Kondoing your whole house. Does this bring me joy? Nope.
I had been. I had been, but for that house in particular. And so we still brought so much stuff. We still brought so much stuff. So I'm living right now temporarily at my mom's house. My mom and dad have a house in Florida.
Uh-huh.
They are in California, and we have taken over their home. In fact, their dining room is my studio right now. And my mom also, when they downsized to come here, but she still has a lot of stuff. I want to declutter her house now. You think she'd mind?
What happens? There's like a tipping point. It's really hard to get started. And once you start going, I don't need that. I don't need that. You start going the other way. Trust me, because we moved from a close to $6,000 square foot house. Because we downsized because all of our kids are grown and out of the house. And, so for a year had 3 huge storage units with our furniture. And then it all of a sudden was like, okay, who wants to back up a U-Haul and come get some really fine furniture, take it away, because you learn that you don't really need it.
Right.
And I actually think that through this whole COVID scenario, that has progressed into other things. We really don't need that. We don't need to go out to dinner 4 nights a week. We don't need to, go to the gym every day. We can go outside and exercise. So it's all a change
I
of
think
the
this whole
wind.
thing too has taught people how to learn to be appreciative of your family, because then it kind of was like, okay, because as a busy mom of 3 boys when they were all young and everybody had soccer and football and baseball, and I mean, it was crazy. If this ever happened back then, we would have been like, okay, what are we doing?
My
now
daughter
it's
is
back
going
to
through
family
it.
movie night and family game night. And,
Yes.
instead of running all the
Yes.
time.
Marissa, where do you live?
I live in Southern California, Orange County.
In Orange County.
I,
We're finding all these Cali girls.
Yeah, San Juan Capistrano, where we raised our kids. And here we are. I don't know. Guess what nationality I am. You probably know, Tina, so don't tell.
oh, I, I have no idea. I have no idea. Your last name is Kenson, so
Okay,
you're
that's
not
my
giving me
married name.
anything to go by.
Okay.
Are you Latina?
No, but that's a good pick. That I get that often. You have 2 more guesses.
I have 2 more guesses. I don't.
Like looking at you going,
I know. I'm like,
I got nothing.
Okay. So, all right, I see you're giving up. So it is difficult. No one ever guesses, but I am Asian. I'm 95% Asian. I was born in Burma, so I'm Burmese, and
Really?
You don't even
I'm
look like
Asian.
it.
I'm Burmese, I promise.
You do have a little Hispanic thing going on, but but I think maybe it's just a California thing.
People come up to me and speak Spanish to me all the time, or they speak Farsi. They think I'm Lebanese, or they think I'm from South America. So I get it all except for, that I'm what I am. So yes.
Wow.
Yeah, that is I think one of the, truly we're the melting pot, right? We've got a mixture of everybody, everything, all sorts of unique backgrounds and experiences. And so do you speak other languages?
I did know Burmese for a long time. I was only 6 when I came here. So I don't. I've had probably 4 years of Spanish, and I only know a little. It's so interesting because I'm starting to speak. I don't know if this is happening to you guys. I'm starting to speak like I text, which is not a good thing.
You say, oh my, OMG, LOL.
OMG, LOL. I don't finish sentences. My kids are like,
We don't have to say goodbye. We just stop texting.
What's funny,
I speak English and text.
I speak English. And what's funny is people answer me. They get what I'm saying. It's really
a new occupational hazard. Well, darling, you've got the whole red carpet scene going on behind you. Did you just recently attend a big soiree?
We did. I did it. It was Easy Way Marketing, and I'm sorry, I don't know how to take it down, but it wasn't my event. But I got a lovely award for Influencer of the Year, which is great through my platform because we have, hundreds of influencers that work with us. And so it was an amazing honor. And
Wow,
I'm sure,
what an amazing honor.
yeah,
Influencer of the Year.
yeah. It was really great. I guess I got that from my influencers because we produced platforms for influencers, and so that was really special. So that's why I have that behind me. And
I love it though. It really does look like a red carpet event. You're
so look
stepping
at this.
I mean, it really
Yeah.
does.
So there's a carpet here, right? And so you back all the way up, and I had like a gown on, and you walk towards
Oh, it
the
really looks
carpet.
like
So
you're walking down the red carpet.
yeah.
Oh, how fancy dancy.
Yeah, it was
Well,
interesting.
Marissa, when we talk about influencers influencing influencers, and that is exactly what you do. Like that is in your title, that is in your culture, that is in your brand, that's everything that you do. So congratulations,
Thank
influencer
you.
of the year. So we have an
Right?
award winning guest with us this morning.
I love it. I love
Yeah,
it.
congratulations. And
Thank you.
I just did a thing with so James Dentley has his Women of Influence event coming up in a couple of weeks, and he's one of the sponsors behind you. And so
Yes, it was a really fun event. There was some other really amazing awards, and it got put out there, and the whole entire marketplace voted. So um,
I love
it
that.
was fun. It was
And
great.
it's so interesting because Angel, you know one of the sponsors?
yeah, James Dentley from JD3 TV, and he's he's putting together a fabulous little event coming up in a couple of weeks. It's oh shoot, I don't
Didn't you just record your stuff yesterday?
we did do well, we just recorded a little like a radio interview. I don't know that it's going to actually be able to play. We were having some sound issues, some audio issues with it, and so I don't know that
Issues.
it'll come out, which is really, it's so disappointing when you spend an hour and then you're like, oh yeah, we can't use that. So hopefully we can, absolutely, hopefully. And I'll find what the name of the event is, because it's a really awesome event. Marissa, you probably are speaking on it. It's the only reason why I'm bringing it up. Yeah, I can't find it off the top of my head.
Well,
Top of my
one
post.
one week from today is Thanksgiving. Can you believe it? And 1 week, next week, this time, everybody's going to be having turkeys in the oven. There are sides getting prepared. So I want to know, what is everybody's favorite part of Thanksgiving? Like, what's your favorite dish? Like, if those of you guys who are watching us, what's your favorite dish? Put it in the comments what your favorite dish is. Marissa, what is your favorite thing to eat during Thanksgiving?
I hate to say this, but it is homemade pumpkin pie with homemade whipped cream. I'm sorry. I have an addiction. It's called sugar. I am trying.
I think 80% of the world has an addiction to sugar.
I'm trying to beat it. But when we have Thanksgiving, I have a very large family, 7 kids in my family, and we all get together for every holiday, but we do it the day after.
Okay.
So our immediate family has Thanksgiving, right? So normally on that day we have traditional turkey, and then the day after we have Burmese food.
Oh, wow. So what is Burmese food? Tell us a little bit about what your Black Friday dinner is.
Okay, there's chicken curry.
Okay.
There's coconut. So Burmese food is a cross between, I would say, Thai food and Chinese food. Okay. And it's very flavorful, and Indian food, a cross between all 3 of them. And
I love Thai food. Like love.
Very different. Yeah, it's different. You can tell that it's more flavorful than Thai food. And my sisters were all married to we call them white guys. I don't mean that to be rich, but they
are married to white boys from California.
Yeah, right. So they love Burmese food. And I've been married for 35 plus years, and that's their soul food now. So that just to show you how addicting Burmese food is. So we have traditional, Thanksgiving on Thursday, and then always a second holiday with all the brothers and sisters, the kids, the grandkids. So it's a large amount of people.
So what are you guys going to do this year?
Well, we have
This year's a little bit different now. I don't know if you
yes,
guys
it's
can
a
all
little
get
different.
together.
Yes, we actually celebrated a wedding now. We've celebrated my mom's birthday all on Zoom.
Wow.
So we're contemplating. There's probably a few of us that can get together, but the whole big crowd, we're still, it might be Zoom. Have you experienced anything on Zoom?
Oh yeah,
Like
we Angela
events?
has done Easter on Zoom.
Yeah.
She's done birthday parties on Zoom. But somebody told me the other day, because they have the same thing, they do a big, huge family get together, and their family all lives around each other. And so they all said, well, how about we all make our dishes and split them up between the three families, because these two people can go here, these two people can go here, and these two people can go here. Everybody deliver their little, like almost like leftover plates to everybody's house and get on Zoom, and it's like you're eating all together. And I was like, huh, what a smart,
That is so brilliant.
That's
That's
clever.
a smart family.
wow, what a
My
smart
family
idea.
would not be able to logistically plan that. Some
And you
people would
like
not get
literally
any
have to
food.
make like your green bean casserole or whatever it was and split it up into three, and then go and deliver it, because
Right.
I mean it's so hard with, you can't be with more than, what is it, like three families, and every state is different. So I think California, they were like,
Florida, I think
really
you can do
serious.
whatever you want, Angel.
We are not on big lockdown, but I just came from Colorado and they are on huge lockdown. No indoor seating of any event, any kind with somebody outside of your family. Like you can't have anything.
I wonder what people are gonna do. Like, are the police gonna are the police gonna be like,
No, they're
knock,
not.
we see 4 cars and there's usually only 2 cars out here.
But this is one of the things, like, is, people are taking liberties, right, with the interpretation and what can be done and who this really is for and who qualifies for. And so as long as we are taking liberties, we will continue to have this pandemic, right? And so no, nobody, nobody's going to police you, but just because you're not being policed, does that mean you're going to speed and steal and be out of integrity, right? 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 Like there doesn't have to be, like, we don't need to be policed to do good, right? To do good. And I think that's where this is where the division of the country is, because yes, I have to, and no, I don't have to. And as long as you've got that, we're gonna have division and issues. And do we really need to have more government to step in and get involved? But that's kind of what we're asking for right now, is more government to step in and get involved.
Is there's literally conflictual information that is literally cancels it out. So I would love, like, for instance, I would love to see what the stats are of Florida, where you have that freedom, as opposed to some of the other states that we can all learn from.
Well, a couple of months ago, there was a video that came out, and it was a girl who said, so you can wear a mask, but if you don't have to, you don't need to. And you can do this, but if you don't want to, you don't have to. If you can go here, but
there's confusing, there's lies, like you have no idea.
Yeah.
You have no idea. And you can't, and who do you trust? And we can't trust, it used to be you would be able to trust the news, right? That's where you went to for facts, but unfortunately you can't anymore.
So that is why Angel and I just stay at home and Zoom all day long.
This is why we have a Zoom butt. Right? This is definitely why we have a Zoom butt. And I mean, even last night, I still attended my board meeting in Colorado, right? We did it via Zoom. Of course, it was 2 hours later for me. And at 10 o'clock last night, I said, do you think we could wrap this up? Because I kind of want to be done for the day.
Don't you think that there's some fantastic things now? I'm looking at the glass half full,
Oh,
obviously, and
definitely.
I'm not discrediting the glass half empty, right? But there are some phenomenal things that have happened, I think, for families, for entrepreneurs, for companies. You know, our business literally, I don't even want to say tripled. I want to say I don't know what it is, but it's like unbelievable because people are now utilizing the internet so much. As far as I'm concerned, as a founder and an owner of a company, I don't need an office any longer. I don't have to pay the $14,000 a month that we had because we had a huge showroom. Um, I can now hire people from across the country. I don't have to work with the talent pool in my area. I can look at a resume. I mean, we have learned to maximize the connection and business processes through Zoom, and it's totally acceptable now.
Yeah.
So,
It is.
We've learned the same thing. Every time somebody comes on our show, they're saying the same exact thing. And
mhm.
there are some people out there who are still struggling and, still, trying to get back on their feet.
Oh,
But I would
sure,
say
sure.
the majority of the people who come on our show and entrepreneurs and people who have their own business, as long as they said, okay, this is no longer working, let me find what will work. As long as they said that, their business has doubled, tripled. And we're finding that every single time we have anyone on our show. You know what? My business has tripled this year. You know what? My
Right.
business has doubled this year. And then the same with you, Marissa. You know what? Now I'm saving $10,000 a month because now I don't have to pay travel and now I don't have to pay
Right.
this and now I don't have to pay that. And we are finding ways to be able to connect with people that we would normally not be able to connect with.
Right.
And
And for me, I was so, thrilled about the fact that I can pull from the talent pool across the country, even overseas if I need to,
Yeah.
because they don't have to come in, and we've got it down. We struggled a little bit, but we got it down. And also the biggest key factor is that it's acceptable because we all have to do it.
Because we all have to
So
do it. So
now
we don't mind
think
doing
about
it this way.
yeah,
Right. Think
Mhm.
about you all having to go to a studio every morning
Yeah.
at 7:15, right? To
Right.
be
That
ready
that
for
was
your
my
show.
life, Marissa. I used to be a talk show host. I would go to the studio at 3 in the morning.
Wow.
At 3 in the morning, we would spend, yeah, because, and it was across town.
Right.
That's where, we needed all this professional
Right.
equipment. Now, right, with my own computer and an internet connection,
and
we can
on your
go in
mom's
our own.
dining room table.
It's my mom's
Exactly.
dining
It's
room. Although
amazing.
this was the very first thing. As soon as we landed in Florida, the very first thing we had to do was set up our studio so that we could broadcast. Well, Marissa, you were right. There is definitely a silver lining. As much as there's all this weird stuff going on in the world, I do think that we've been lied to as Americans, but we are making our biggest strides to elevate, right, and to lift others. And there's room and making way, just as you said, you got a higher talent pool now, a bigger talent pool,
Right.
geographically, than you ever had before, and it is more acceptable. In fact, we're seeing the fall, and I'm going to set you up here, I'm going to tee you up. We are seeing the fall of the American mall, right? We are watching some of our favorite retailers close up shop. We are seeing the storefronts going empty. And what are we going to do with these, this real estate that is now being untapped and unused? We're seeing a shift in how Americans, and really globally, how we are shopping and getting our goods online. How are you tapping into that and taking advantage of these changing times, Marissa?
Well, successful entrepreneurship 101, the key golden ticket is what? When opportunity meets preparedness, right? So
Mm.
what we actually have at such time and such a place for this time, we've been preparing for 5 years. And I say 5 years because it is that big of a vision that turned into reality. And it was forecasted because of the group of people that pulled this together with me. This is our background. This is our industry. I've done one thing all my life. I've been into fashion, and then fashion design, and then production of fashion. If people really knew what it took to stock a Walmart or a Penny's or a Sears with one item, let me show you. Okay, so just think about this. This top I have on, something I designed a while ago. So you get an order for, a quarter of a million, 500,000, a million pieces from these large stores. You have to make a million of these. It has to all be the exact fabric. The specs have to be for every size exact. You have to produce it all, have all the materials ready, get it on a ship, get it in the stores at the right time or nothing happens. So apparel manufacturing is one of probably the most toughest things that you can do, especially working with these large stores. So doing that for 20 plus years and watching the chain stores grow, brick and mortar chain store, was phenomenal. It was the front seat to commerce and people getting wealthy, not just the stores, but the manufacturers and the brands that were growing, right? So what started to happen is not only did we see the growth, but we saw the downfall coming. And the downfalls actually started to happen in 2008 because we had boutiques, small and pop boutiques all across the country, right? We had retailer stores, all big stores all across the country, and there was a good balance. And what happened when the banking crisis happened, a lot of the mom and pop boutiques went away. So we had to depend on these big stores, and these big stores didn't quite know how to handle the switch from brick and mortar stores to the internet. And as you can see, Penny's is gone, Sears, Macy's. These are all stores we used to work with, and Walmart and Target are around because they have such mega presence. That
And they
they
have
do all
so
that.
so many options to choose from. It's not just clothes or
Yeah,
groceries, it's everything you need. You can go to Walmart or Target. But
right,
even some of those places, I wonder if their sales are going down because now people are buying things from Amazon, like toilet paper. Because I don't know
right.
about you guys, but our toilet paper supply in North Carolina has gone down. Like everything's out of stock again, and we were like, oh man.
Yes, no, it's crazy. So what's happening is that you're getting back to these huge mega stores, and it's very difficult for the entrepreneur to have their own store. So that brick and mortar corner mom and pop store, that boutique, we've been able to reinterpret that for the internet. And what we built is a department store that allows anybody to integrate and have flexibility. So once you have your Shop Social Scene store and platform, you can integrate it and you can just be a member. And if you're a member, you save 20% on everything, every day, all the time. It's kind of like, do you all have Costco out there? So Costco is a membership for food, right? Ask yourself if you can think of one department store that's a membership that gives you a discount on brand new items. I'm not talking about discounters. I'm talking about brand new things that you would see at Nordstrom's, but in this store, it's automatic. You get 20% off. There isn't any other department store membership like that. So that's what the first advantage is. And the second advantage is that it's in your name, so it's in your URL. And if you share it with Angel and she happens to buy some wedges because she got rid of her wedges,
All of them.
you get 20% of every sale that she purchases. And you don't have to do anything, and it's customized for you. And of course, you have an upgraded site because you are a celebrity.
Well, we want to, so I want to show, I mean, if you've ever thought about having your own mall, right? Imagine having your own mall. And because everything is now shifted to online, so being able to shop at your favorite stores and then inviting others to come and shop at your store and creating us, revenue on stuff that you love to buy any ways, right? Shopping from yourself, the number one rule of business, right? If you can shop from yourself, why would you shop from your competition, right? Go to your own stores. Imagine having your own mall. Well, we want to show you what this looks like, but before we do, I want to take a moment to highlight our sponsors of the Angel and Tina Morning Show. And before I do that, I did find the name of the event is called limitlessforwomen.com. Limitless, and since it's Women Entrepreneur Day, right?
Yeah.
National Women Entrepreneur Day, limitlessforwomen.com. It is December, what is the date? December 11th through the 13th. It's a 3-day virtual summit brought to you by JD3 TV, also Easy Way TV. Easy Way is a sponsor of the event. Les Brown, Sharon Lecter, Kevin Harrington, Laurel Langemeyer, Forbes Riley, Dr. Sonia Stribling, Angel Tussey. And Marisa, I imagine this just seems like it's right up your alley as the influencer of the year. So check your calendar because it might already be on there. I know you've got an incredible team taking care of all of your stuff, but check that out at limitlessforwomen.com. But let me share my screen and show y'all
our sponsors
of the Angel and Tina Morning Show. Tina, can you see that?
Yep.
Fabulous. So the Angel and Tina Morning Show, of course, the bright start to your day, bringing you fabulous guests, fabulous ideas. And I'm so excited to go shopping in my own little mall or Tina's mall or your mall. But the Angel and Tina Morning Show is brought to you by Bliss by the Lake Boutique, which is our clothing sponsor. They're going to come in and do a fashion show for us later on in the month on the Angel and Tina Morning Show. They're always getting new inventory in, so check them out online. It's one of those little small boutiques, right? That is just could really use more consumer support. Zandra TV Network, we are globally and digitally streamed across all those fabulous streaming networks: Roku, Apple TV, Fire Stick, Fire TV, Chromecast, all of that. Find the Angel and Tina Morning Show because that's where you're going to find the Zandra TV Network. And if you've ever thought about hosting your own TV show, if you do a podcast, if you have a YouTube channel, you have content and you can host your own show, you can check them out and schedule your own discovery call by going to the website beonztv.com. That's beonztv.com. And then Sonic VA, we love Sonic VA. We love referring our busy guests and our busy audience to Sonic VA, because if you're finding you're just too busy to get it all done, don't. Hire a VA, a virtual assistant, or a team of VAs to take that off of your plate. You do what you do best and hire out all the rest. Go to sonicva.com, sonicva.com. And when you mention the Angel and Tina Morning Show, they're going to give you a 10% discount off your first 40 hours of virtual assistant service. And brand new, hot off the presses, is their new video service. And you've got to check them out. sonicva.com. Lots of fun stuff. Marisa, I want to turn this over to you so you can share your screen. We just described you could have your own online mall where you get to shop at all of your favorite stores. And these are some top-notch retailers, right, Marisa?
Yes, absolutely. They're top-notch brands. I'm going to pull up something. I have a surprise for you all. Are you able to see my screen yet?
Nope, not yet. There we go. It's coming.
There we go.
Who is that?
So when you go to gratitudestyle.com, you will see this beautiful store that is Tina's. So you can see that it's got everything. It was designed and personalized to all of the things that speak to her and her audience. And of course it's pink. Lots of pinks, but you can see that she's got, and there she is. There's a video space. So
I
this is
hate
what
that
we
video.
build. Yes, this is what we build for entrepreneurs. We give them all of these brands that basically act as sponsors. And right now you have 65 brands that you can literally call your sponsors, from, cozy sweaters to uh, to activewear. We have, I don't know if you know this, but this is a brand new brand that we just onboarded. Ferragamo watches, great Christmas gifts. Missoni watches. There's Tesla, which is very high-end watch, and these are great. This is a little bit of a splurge, but it's a great item for Christmas. BB Dakota, which is a Nordstrom's brand, and this gets updated weekly. So it's just like if you had your mall and you had to go in and you had to take all these pictures and you had to upload it, then you had to take the orders and ship it. We do all of that for everybody. And I just want to tell you, from a position of a fashion person, and I know you probably don't need this, Angel, but the puffer coat is the key this season. Okay.
Oh, I know. I was just about to buy one when I was living in Colorado because I definitely needed one. And do you know what? I was at the store the other day and I found this cute little one and it was pink, Tina. In Florida, coats are inexpensive. It was less than $100. And I was like, oh my gosh. But now, of course, I don't need it because I'm here in Florida, but everybody else does. And they're great when you travel because they pack up super, super compact.
The interesting thing about puffer coats is they don't heat you up. They keep your warmth within you so you don't get cold, but they also don't heat you up. So it's a perfect item for, more of the sunny states. But for instance, on this one, it's 20% off for anything once you're a member. So, and it's a great brand. I mean, you, just like any other mall, you would have to spend some time on here to really look at everything, because there is just so much that Tina has in her mall.
So
Literally,
was Tina able to kind of handpick the kind of stores she wanted in her mall?
well, they're not stores, they're brands, right? So, but
Brands.
yes,
Okay.
they're like mini brand stores. You're
Okay.
absolutely right. She had an amazing interview with our team, and they got to know, what she stands for, what she likes. Hence, her store is very different from the other influencer store. It's pink. It kind of showcases. Are you a bag freak?
Yes,
Okay.
that and shoes.
Okay. Well,
Yeah,
you
she
have.
when Marissa when Tina said she had her stuff in storage, um, she's lying. How many pairs of shoes can you visually put your eyeballs on right now, Tina, from where you are sitting?
Probably about 75. But some of
70,
what the
but
other
but
the other
but
3 seasons are in storage.
but that's only that's a 25% of your shoe collection. All right, maybe
I
she's
love
not
it.
lying.
I
She's
love
not
it. I
lying.
bet there's some shoes in there where the soles are not even used.
There
Oh
there are
yeah.
many
Right?
there are many of shoes that the soles are not used because I've
Okay, so they're
used
just
all
trophies.
year and I haven't been able to wear them.
Okay, they're trophies. I love it. You're a collector. You're a
Yes.
connoisseur. That's
Yes,
okay.
that's what I've been trying to tell you, Angel. I'm a collector.
Well, you can be a collector of bags now with your,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
mean,
that's already there though. I'm a collector of handbags too.
Bags,
yeah. So
jewelry, accessories, shoes. Yeah, Tina
And
having her own mall, it was only a matter of time.
yeah,
it's
and
only,
I love the aviator sunglasses. So when they were asking me, what are some of the things that you love? And I'm like handbags, shoes, jewelry, and
I mean,
aviators.
look at this. This is millions and millions of dollars worth of designer bags in
Mm.
inventory that is in your store. And Truly.
That's the thing. Like, she doesn't have to stock anything. She doesn't need a buyer to go out and figure out what's trending in the seasons. Like, let people, like, you've got professionals that do that and do what they do best.
And
And
I love that, you know, being
so
a
Tina gets 20% off of that.
Yes, because she's a member. And if you, all you have to do to be a member is be her customer one time. If you're her customer one time and at checkout, your total is more than $199, which you can literally go take your shopping, your Christmas shopping list on Tina's store, spend $199 of your Christmas list, and then the rest of it, you get your store, and the rest of it, you'll save 20%, and you have your own store. However, I do have to say that this is the kind of store members get. We take recommendations for influencers, and Tina was recommended by Taylor and the She Network that we have
I know
collaboration
Taylor
with.
has her own mall, right?
Yeah, she does. That'll be launching soon. But this is, so let me show you how this works. By the way, your designer bags, you have one of the largest collection of designer bags on the internet.
oh
Just
yeah,
so you know.
baby.
Same with eyewear, okay? So,
So
Can
you
you
can
tell?
use that.
Tell this is all Tina Torres right here.
yes, yes. So from fitness equipment to Bagley Misha, you know, we put bathing suits here because these are not, like, actually not bathing suits, are like resort wear, you know, they're really gorgeous. But look at this little tab right here. It says join my mall. So these are all the items that we pick specifically for her, and our team actually builds this. But look at this. You click join my mall and it opens up to everything in the entire mall. Over 65 brands, men's, ladies' accessories, children's, everything is also available on in her mall. This is just the back end, and the front page is like a specialty store of everything Tina, right?
Yeah.
But everything here is available for men's, kids, luxury items, home and health. And if you look at the top here to the left-hand corner, you will see Miss Tina. So we have not left her mall. It's not going to any
Yeah, Tina's
corporate
gonna
site.
need out, you have those gone fishing signs, retailers used to put up,
On
or
shopping.
shop owners. She's gonna have us, sorry, I'm shopping the rest of the
That's
day.
right.
Like, Tina, what color code are you gonna time block yourself for this? Because
I
I
know
could
it's
just,
gonna be
the
pink,
largest
of
collection of
course.
handbags,
Yeah.
the largest collection of eyewear, right?
Yes.
65
And
different brands.
But not everybody can have like their own celebrity. What is this? Is the celebrity site, influencer
yeah,
site?
let me show you what
Celebrity
a
site. This is
membership
a
gets.
celebrity site for you,
So let me
Missy.
show you what a
Because
membership,
I'm a
what
celebrity.
you're a celebrity. And again, the She Network, you know, has connected us with amazing entrepreneurial women, and we want to give back and we want to help them. We look at this as a funnel. So you can actually put your own network on your page if you're an influencer and you qualify. But look at this side here. This is what a member gets. And a member gets the same advantages and value as an influencer site. So they get to save the 20%. They can earn like an influencer. And actually, if you have an influencer site, you can teach your fans and followers and give them something back, give them a business. So you can actually go shopping on Tina's site for $199 of your Christmas list or anything you want from thousands of items. And then what happens is Tina enables you to have your own business. So you can utilize this to earn income. You get 20% of everything. And if you have affiliates that you want to join, you get 8% of all of their earnings as well. So there's an additional 10%. So we have some women that they're not influencers, but they, they want to sell thousands of products instead of one. And they want to build thousands, hundreds of stores for residual income. So this is a beautiful thing. So we like to say we've democratized retail. And what I mean by that is everyone knows what Uber is, right?
Mhm.
So if you think about it, Uber democratized the transportation business. They allowed anyone to become a yellow cab company. They just provided all the stats, right? And they took care of business, but the driver got to jump in, drive, and have his own company. This is the same thing. We have enabled everyday people, if they want to, have their own mall with name brands. um, we have access to 3,000 and we're just getting started. So this is a beautiful thing that we can offer to people, especially since they're home now and everyone's looking for that side gig that they can do easily and have no investment whatsoever. We don't have any of those types of qualifications that require you sell X amount in order to get your commission. Once you're a member, once you have your site, someone happens to shop, you get your commission. So it's really simple and it's a democratization of retail.
And
What?
you're able to, like on that front page, you're able to put your business on there. So if you go back to that front page, I have my original business that you can actually click on, and it goes to my business funnel there.
So you're like one of the stores in your mall, right?
Yeah.
Like click on there and you go to, uh, you get into Tina's little store. Well,
Right.
Tina, seriously, like this is, thank you. I've got, I could see just getting lost in here, like spending
Yes.
the day here.
Yes.
And how much fun we could have shopping parties, right? Like where we
Yes,
go
you can. And
go
you know,
shopping together.
my career is I designed and developed product for the largest brands in the world, and how we vet trends. And it's all different and changed, but we're very integrated in the fashion world, with
That
behind the scenes
picture of
brands.
her, she's like got her designer sunglasses and what is that? A Chanel or a Coach?
There
Scarf.
she is.
Chanel scarf. Look at you. And that was just her out. Oh, it's a Tuesday.
Yes, exactly.
When you are a speaker and entrepreneur and you're a fashionista like me, you gotta get dressed up. You know, I live for that stuff.
That's right.
Well, how much fun. Well, I love that the two of you connected. I know that Taylor started the She Network and it makes just perfect sense for her, right? She's got this women's network and what do women love to do, right? Get together and shop. But these are the holidays and you are looking for multiple streams of revenue. And, if you're going to be shopping anyways, why not take advantage and shop at your own store, make some money in the process and oh, how cute are those?
And save 20%. So if you have your own store, it's automatic. Every item you at checkout, it'll automatically, the system knows it's you, will automatically take 20% off.
Wow. Ta-da, ta-da. Marissa, thanks for coming on and showing us this today. Tina, that video though is a hoot.
That
You look like you just came back from a day of shopping. You're like, oh, I've been out.
You're
Hard
welcome.
work.
This was so much fun, you
Adding
guys.
to my
And
collection.
I truly, our intent is to allow people to have e-commerce businesses without any investment and utilize it to perhaps help monetize their other ventures, charities, um, their other businesses, just from regular shopping.
Mhm. Just do what you do best, right? From the comfort of your own home.
That's
And
right.
really think about, if if we truly want to make an impact, it happens when we create commerce. And to have your own e-commerce site, it is far more. Nobody's leaving home,
or look at the
especially
backpack.
now.
You love little backpacks.
I do love my little backpacks. Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna be busy. I need a sign. Gone
Gone
shopping.
shopping.
Sorry, can't can't adult today. I've gone shopping. Tina, will you make me a sign? Make me a little canvas sign.
I'll
Can't
make you.
adult today. I've gone
We need
shopping.
to make
Put it on the.
t-shirts.
Put it on the
We
cover.
need to make t-shirts, right?
Mhm.
With whatever you want on it.
Super, super fun, Marissa. Well, what else do we want to make sure that we tell people? How do they, so now we go to Tina's, right? They can get started. They can shop there, spend their first $200, become a member, start their own membership mall. Yes.
Yes. So all you have to do is go to gratitudestyle.shopsocialscenes.com, which is Miss Tina's beautiful mall. She's the proud owner of her. Gosh, maybe you can just collect by pictures now, and but if you go on and you shop, peruse her whole mall, you can go here at brands, check out all the brands. She's got over 65 brands now, and take your shopping list, purchase some products, become a customer one time, and then this is what you will get. You'll get within 24 hours an email from, sorry about that. You'll get an email from info at Shop Social Scenes, and they will onboard you. You just have to put some information in it. And then this is what you will get: a mall that looks like this with your own address. So it can be angel.shopsocialscenes.com. It can be mymall.shopsocialscenes.com, whatever you want. And once you have it, you can share it, earn 20% plus another residual income, or save 20% with no restrictions.
Ta-da, ta-da.
Are you shopping?
All right.
So this is
Maybe.
the mall you get with your picture up there, and it's
I found
a
these really
great
cute
thing.
sunglasses, Tina, that I think you need to buy for me.
I need to buy them for you for Christmas. You're gonna have to pick them out and let me see them.
Yeah, they're Swarovski crystal little. Yeah, they're really pretty.
Yeah, baby. I mean, you
There's
guys
all
all
kinds of
know,
great stuff.
in my little bio, I always say I'm a fashionista because I'm like always decked out from head to toe anywhere I go with my heels, my jewelry, my all that stuff. And I walk in. In fact, when we used to be able to network, a couple of the girls, I'd walk into the networking event, and they're like, "Oh, Hollywood's here." I'd have my sunglasses on and my Chanel scarf or whatever in my handbag. I'm walking. They're like, "Oh,
this
Hollywood."
is perfect for you. This is perfect for you. And cheers to the She Network that put us together. And we truly made a commitment to launch this with real grassroots entrepreneurs, women that are making it happen. And this is our gift to them. So next year, this will be widespread, but you're hearing it probably for the first time from the Angel and Tina Network here.
I seriously, this couldn't have happened to a more shoppy, fashionista person than Tina Torres, right? To have these luxury brands in her own mall. I mean, I'm looking at the branding with her pictures and everything that she is. Every picture you have with her, I mean, she's your ideal target audience. Like bar none. This is just cracking me up. But seriously, I need a sign. I can't adult today. I've gone shopping.
Yeah.
At Tina's mall. Right?
That's what your Canva. That's what your Canva banner is gonna say. Gone shopping, and then in small little print in Tina's mall.
At Tina's mall. Yeah.
Well, we're up for making you t-shirts if you
I
want.
got my own.
Yes, that's
Okay.
right.
This is super fun.
Social
There
Scene.
you go. You could be a celebrity like me, Angel.
Someday, one can only hope.
You are already.
That's where I was. This is the page I was on. I found a cute pair of Coach sunglasses and a cute pair of Swarovski crystal sunglasses. Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, this is an amazing week. I told you about the Limitless for Women event coming up December 11th through 13th. Go to limitlessforwomen.com. It is National Women Entrepreneur Day today. So celebrate a women entrepreneur that you know. just give them some love, right? Because they're balancing
Ooh,
a
those
lot
are
of different
cute.
hats, a lot of different things on their plates. And but also today is the Global Elevation Summit, and would invite you to come and hang out with us. Y'all know for a little over 2 years, I was traveling around the country speaking on stages. We had a whole team of us that would travel together and meet up in all different states, all different countries. And of course, that all came to a screaming halt or screeching halt at the beginning of the year. But we are all coming together today for the Global Elevation Summit. Follow me on my social page, and we'll be streaming that and sharing that. But you can also register on Eventbrite to get all the fun little goodies that you get when you register, right? When you pre-register. Would love to know that you heard about it on the Angel and Tina Morning Show. You could probably shop and watch the summit at the same time, and really there's like
Multitask.
nothing else. Like you can do both. You can do both today. And so encourage you to come and hang out. Would love your support, right? Like this is one of those things that, as a community, we all rising tide, that rising tide lifts all ships. So let's all come together and support. Come and follow us and hang out with us on the Global Elevation Summit today. If you are looking for more media exposure for your business, your book, or your brand, if you've got news, let's alert the press. And you can get started with my complimentary media starter kit at makeyourbigumpact.com. That's makeyourbigumpact.com. There are hundreds of stages, thousands of media outlets that want to share the world's greatest story, yours. So start today at makeyourbigumpact.com. Tina?
Oh, and speaking
Congratulations,
of
girl.
Women's Entrepreneur Day, I am speaking this evening on the We Rock Nation Summit 2020. I'll be actually speaking, I think, at 6:30 tonight. So you can go to rerocknation.com and go check that out. I am Tina Torres, your client retention expert, otherwise known as the gratitude specialist, and now fashionista celebrity. If you are struggling with attracting the right clients, knowing how to connect to them, or even if you just don't know how to convert them into clients, I have a complimentary guide that'll help you grow your audience organically, online and offline, help you nurture those relationships authentically, and then take those relationships and turn them into paying clients. You can grab your complimentary guide if you text the word connection to 26786. That is the word connection to 26786. We are Angel and Tina on the Angel and Tina Morning Show, where we come to you live every weekday morning at 11 a.m. Thank you so much, Marisa, for making me a celebrity today and sharing everybody my influencer site. We will see you guys tomorrow at 11 a.m. with Chef Maribel for our last Thanksgiving meal that she's going to teach you guys how to make for this Thanksgiving. And then next month, she's going into Christmas. So we will see you guys tomorrow. Have a great day, guys.
Bye. Thank you so much.